And now, more than 40 years later, here I am in Greenville, South Carolina, preparing to moderate a debate among all the Democratic candidates. And as I have announced, this is my final year in the job that I've loved so much, but it's time for me to step aside and make room for another generation. But I'll never lose my passion, excitement, or the great sense that I have that this is the most important thing that we do every 4 years. And I've been so heartened this year by the level of enthusiasm that I have seen across the political spectrum of young people. I think there is a sense that these are crucial times. The decisions that we'll make in the year 2004 will help determine our destiny, and future generations will look back on how we conducted ourselves and make a determination about our worthiness as citizens in this great republic in which we depend on participation in these democratic exercises. I brought with me, just so that you would know, that it's not just a matter of somebody typing it up on the teleprompter and me standing out there and reading from it. These are my crib notes for tonight. I've been doing the grown-up version of pulling an all-nighter for the last couple of days. I was in Iowa 10 days ago, and then I was in New Hampshire. We caught a late plane out of New Hampshire to come to Greenville because of the weather here and there, arriving 3:30 yesterday morning, and then up and doing NBC Nightly News, and in between, making these notes to myself about what I'm going to be asking these candidates tonight. Now, I'm not going to share with you, because they may have some spies in the midst, the specific questions that I have, but it seems to me that what we'll do tonight in the 1 hour and 13 minutes that we have on the air is try to get at the overarching issues. I'm going to begin with some questions about the importance of the South, obviously, because you are a distinct region. And it is in the South that the Democrats have hit the wall in the past several presidential election cycles. They've not, in South Carolina, voted for a Democrat for president since Jimmy Carter, and before that, it was John F. Kennedy. So the question is, can the Democratic Party become successful in the autumn of 2004 and be a true national party without addressing some of the concerns that Southerners have, not just Democrats, but independents and Republicans as well? And then we'll move into the area that's in the news this week with David Kay, who is the chief UN weapons inspector back from Iraq, saying that the intelligence was fatally flawed. In fact, we were almost all wrong in his phrase, and he is saying we ought to have a very thorough review of the intelligence that led the president and Democrats as well to conclude that Saddam Hussein did have vast stockpiles of weapons of mass destruction, and that in their judgment, a war was required to remove that threat. And once we get through that area of the exchanges and the questions, the next, and according to all the exit polls, the next two subjects are the most important on the minds of the public right now. That's what's going on with the American economy, and how are we going to pay for health care in the years to come. Your generation, that is those of you who are university students, have a great financial burden ahead of you if we continue on the track that we're now on.